Hey everyone, welcome back to Crushin Cans. The boys are finally back. A little summer hiatus. I know we said we were going to come back, but been a busy summer here.
Yeah.
Got vacations over here with Derrick. Baby watch on my end any day now. We're about 2 weeks away from the due date, so anytime now.
You're
But
about a
how's
week
it going,
out.
Derrick?
It's going. Been busy, having a good summer here. So
Yeah.
we've talked. We've had a few cams over the week. Had some laughs.
For sure. It's been fantastic. But
Man, baby
before we get
watch
started,
though.
yes, baby watch
Next Thursday, I got money on next Thursday.
next Thursday. That's your bet, eh?
Yeah, that's my bet. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's sometime soon. We're ready to meet the little guy, so we're pretty excited about that. But before we get going, obviously, Crushin Cans sponsored by Torque Brewing in Winnipeg,
Yes,
Manitoba, and I'm going to start the show off with a little red line from Torque Brewing.
Oh,
Nice red IPA.
oh! What do you got there?
Oh, look at us!
Hey, look at us!
But obviously, some big news recently. The big show with Dale has been on fire lately. I mean, we've had Gallagher,
Huge
Paling,
guest.
Evans, Suzuki. The lineup just keeps getting better. We're digging in deep. We're trying to get Caulfield on. We know Caulfield's one of the most asked for. Yeah. And I think also we're going to try to get a member off of the Team Canada women's team that just won gold in the Women's Worlds. So I know it's not a Habs player, but we're pretty excited for that one. Seeing if we can get some of the women from the Team Canada gold medal team. But also Flashback Friday with Deke and Nick is coming back tomorrow night. I think they're doing the Rangers game from 2008 where the Habs made that big comeback. So it'd be a good episode to watch tomorrow night, so make sure you stay tuned for the Flashback Friday episode. But tonight, we're going to be all over the place. Like, we're talking NFL, we're talking fantasy football, fantasy hockey maybe, obviously a little bit of the Kotkaniemi news that's been all over the place. We've been releasing clips on it, a lot of feedback.
We got
it'd be a fun one.
the women's gold medal game. That was huge. Like that was a great tournament. Like, it was good to watch, especially because there was nothing really else competing with it. Eyes were all on them, and what a finish!
What a finish by Marie-Philippe Poulin. But also, I mean, if you watch the whole tournament, I caught most of the games, or if not fragments of them. Team Canada women were just absolutely dominant the whole tournament.
Yeah, I mean, even at the start of the tournament, I was watching the game against Finland. They went down 2-0 quick, and I was like, okay, here we go. No, I mean, bend a little, didn't break, came back, won that, steamrolled the rest of the way, had that big win against the States there, and then final too. I mean, going down 2, I mean, against a team like the States with all the history there, not having beaten them in a while and whatnot. So, and then that OT goal. Like, that's gotta be up there for gold medal game winning goals. Like, easily.
And there's a picture of the women right there. Just congratulations to them. And like you were saying too, like her goal, I mean, what an absolute snipe.
Oh, no question either. She knew it was in.
Oh, and like you saw the celebration, she had to skate back, changed, and then the horn went, obviously, and the game was over. But like, can US and Canada ever play for gold without going to overtime? It seems like these two teams, the last, I'll say 5 to 10 years, it seems like every big game is overtime for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun to watch, even round robin games, right? Because you want that top seed. But how did you feel about the 3-on-3?
I didn't mind it.
No,
I don't know if I would like Olympics put a 3-on-3 overtime for a gold medal, especially if the NHL guys are going. I don't. Yeah. I like, just if you're the tournament, just make it 20 minutes. I mean, if it goes forever, it goes forever. But at least it gets done in like a hockey play, not a 3-on-3 show. Like, I don't mind 3-on-3 for the NHL overtimes when they're playing 82 games. You know what I mean? But let's get this shot of Poulin's goal here. Oh, they're so fast.
So fast, just a rifle.
It's an incredible wrist shot too.
Oh yeah.
I remember somebody compared it to like Sakic or something, like just like the nice wrist shot, picks the corner. I mean, nobody knew it was in except for her.
I knew it was in. Goal scorers, no.
Goal scorers, no.
Goal scorers, no. You know.
And before we get to what Derrick's alluding to, because I know what he's trying to get at, also, I made I put out a tweet the other day too. I was like, what a time it is for Canadian women's sports. I mean, you just saw the Olympic team beat the U.S. and then win gold at the Olympics with Sinclair, one of the goats of soccer or women's soccer. And it's just impressive.
It's starting to roll, and I mean, it's awesome, right? That's what you want, because then it's going to get more exposure. It's going to get bigger. You're going to get, the younger girls getting into sports, and then hopefully it gets as big as everything else is, right? Because that's what you'd love to see.
Yeah. And I mean, you have a daughter, P, or Paisley, we like to call her. And then we also have a Nick and Steffi on our team as well. And we know we have a lot of female fans that tune into the show, all the Habs Night content, all the Habs fans that are women. And it's just nice to see finally the women's sports getting that spotlight. So eventually, like you said, they get the recognition they deserve. And that's why I'm kind of hoping we can get one of the players from Team Canada on so we can kind of talk about women's sports, what women's hockey is struggling with right now, how it could be better, what's a plan of attack per se. But it's definitely a good time, especially like I was saying, people that have daughters or you're a female yourself, just watching our nation's women just dominate different sports.
Oh yeah. Peace signed up. She's ready to go first year this year.
Oh, wicked. That's awesome.
Is
she excited?
Yeah. She's out at the farm all week, right? So
yeah, she's riding a goat.
Yeah. It's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, she's doing that. Taught herself how to ride a horse. She's been doing all the chores out there. So we're headed out there this weekend to go pick her up. Haven't seen her a week. It's been quiet around here.
Yeah, I bet. But as you were alluding to earlier about that goal, you scored a big goal here. Is it Tuesday night? I think it was
Tuesday night. Yeah, first shift. Got out there and beat a guy wide, beat him down the rink, and just went bar deezy. Got the boys off to a good start, and we went up 1-4-0, won the league, baby.
And for those who aren't familiar, Derrick plays in the ball hockey league. I think Nick's got the photo here. Let's pull this up.
Oh, yeah.
There's our guy.
Studs.
Wrong colored jersey, white helmet.
Maybe wrong colored jerseys, I guess.
Like we were saying earlier, it looks like the old Nashville, like those like puke colored jerseys.
It was Army night, right?
But congratulations, you got the big game-winning goal for the ball hockey.
Yeah, actually, shout out to friend of the show here, Chris. There, he our goalie. He stood on his head, man. I think we won 4-0, but I think we honestly had 6 shots all game. We were up 2-0 at half, 2 shots, just getting absolute outplayed, left, right, and center. It wasn't even funny.
And I just got one more quick question before we move on here to the Kotkaniemi stuff and Nick, do you mind pulling up that photo one more time? What is with the can of soup?
I tried to get the story for him, man. I don't know. That's good though. No one notices it, but yeah. I think it was beef and potatoes, steak and potatoes. I don't know. It's a good can though.
Just a random can of soup in the championship photo. But
right?
The headlining news, let's get into it quickly. The offer sheet, Jesperi Kotkaniemi. We've had tons of clips out about it, tons of feedback, a lot of yes, a lot of no. Obviously, the fan base is going to be split in half here. You got the fans that want to keep him. You got fans that rather the pick. I think if you're Montreal, if you're a fan, you almost got to just trust what the GM does at this point.
Why not sign it?
Exactly.
Right?
$6 million for him.
Yeah. And is qualifying for next year. Hey, if you were only going to offer me 2, they're offering me 6. No. like you guys talked about before, who's saying no to like a $4 million raise?
No,
anybody?
Nobody.
Right?
No. And if Burge thinks it handcuffs him too much, I know I've been on the side of match it, and I get heat for it, and that's fine. I can take that. But I'm also at the point too. Pick. He's a 3rd overall pick. He's young. That's why I'm on the side of keeping him. But I also understand why some fans don't want to. They want to take the picks and go get somebody. I know Dvorak's rumored out there. Hurdle's rumored out there. Eichel, who still needs the surgery. I brought up with Dale.
Eichel's not coming.
It's tough to say because he's going to be out till, you got to think, at least December, because he still hasn't had the surgery.
He's not coming.
No.
You're going to have to give up Caulfield or Suzuki going the other way. Just Eichel's not coming.
And then you got to think about the money too. I mean, people are mad about 6.1 to KK. You got Jack making that money. Suzuki's going to get a big payday. It's tough.
You're going to handcuff yourself for what, right? Let him go.
If you don't match, you take the picks like some people are saying, and you either go for a Dvorak or a Hurdle if you can make it work. I know they're two capable guys. I don't pay enough attention to Dvorak to really know. And I don't feel like dissecting that much stats in the offseason to see if it's worth it. I mean, there could be some people in the chat here that would know more, obviously, than we do. But if you don't think he's worth that money and you take the picks and you get a guy like Dvorak, you have a deep draft coming up. Montreal's hosting in this draft as well. So you can't ship the two number. If you don't match and you keep the 2 first round, like you get 1 first rounder from Carolina and their own, so you have 2. And people are trying to say you're going to trade the 2 picks away for Eichel. Montreal's not going to go to a draft they're hosting with no first round pick. I'm sorry, it's a PR move, but exactly, yeah. Dvorak's a good 2-way. He's 25 years old. I think it's what he is. It's a plug essentially. Like he's not a plug, but you know what I mean. Like it's just plugging that hole you need. Because if you don't have KK, you're very, very thin down the middle and one injury away from just being a disaster down the middle.
True. I mean, it's going to get interesting, right? Because a lot of new pieces coming in too. So who's to say everything gels the way it would? Him being a 3 pick too. I mean, Chucky was a 3 pick, got rid of him quick. So, and I thought he was playing good when they got rid of him. Yeah. And then that's the thing, though. You want to put your money where your mouth is, stand by your guy. But you guys have talked about it over and over. He's been the whipping boy. So, I mean, why not? Why not? Go to Carolina where that team's set up to, make another push again this year. They look good.
They do. I'm curious how the losing Hamilton and that young goalie Nedeljkovic will do to them. But they bring in Freddie Anderson and I believe what's his name there? I can't remember. Apologies. But I'm curious what the Canes do. I mean, they're a very young team. They're skilled. They still have some depth. I think it is Bernier, Nick. I think you're right.
Nice call.
And Antti-Ranta is the other one. Yeah, thank you.
He's kind of been a Band-Aid.
I know.
So I don't. But I mean, with Tampa, maybe taking a slight step back. Who else is there? No, it's different division. But I mean, Philly loaded up. No, different division because they're in the Metro. So they got Rangers, Islanders.
Yeah. No, I was just saying the teams that are better in the East.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
But essentially, I've come to the thing, like, I'm team KK. Obviously,
we're big supporters of this guy.
Like, I loved him, and I still have, like, the jersey and stuff, and I'm for keeping. I know I get ripped apart because of the money and stuff. I don't necessarily pay attention to that. I just see the potential.
Look at it this way, though. He goes out and has a monster season. Just blows all expectations out of the water. 6 might be a deal.
Yeah.
What if he scores 30, 35? You're going to have to pay him more. What, are you just going to let him walk for nothing?
It's true. It's the thing where, like, that's where I'm torn, is the potential. Especially
as a high end. If a center can score 30 plus, holy fuck, man. Like, that's $7-8 million. You can't pay that? Well, then fine. See you later. Mm-hmm. And then he walks for nothing.
And we brought that up on the show too, is Dale said if he gets 50 points, there's your $6 million 2 center. Like, league wide, that guy gets $6 million.
Yeah.
But in KK had 32, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, his rookie season. So it's not too far of a stretch. I'm on the side of where I said it in the show with Dale was, the guy can play, and he's betting on himself in this scenario. And like you said, if he goes, like how pissed are Habs fans going to be if he does go to Carolina and lights it up, or in like 3 or 4 years is he goes like Sean Couturier or like a Huberto, where it's like they don't excel till they're 23, 25.
Yeah.
You gave him up for a first and a third.
If you kind of go back to like Huberto, he came in the league, he didn't do a whole lot, but he got the experience, and then year after year, and now this guy's gonna he's gonna be upwards to 80 points this year. I think that guy's a stud
for sure.
He is good.
Okay, we'll touch on this a little bit. Nick brought up some news here about the COVID rules. We'll touch on that in a little bit. So yeah, I'm on team. Obviously, I lean team KK, but I understand the move if they don't. I mean, as a fan, we have zero say in it. We just get to talk our opinion here. But I brought this up before the show started, and I was like, at what point do you stop going for picks and just build the team? Like, it seems like we're stuck in that limbo.
Well, it's going to be an interesting year, right? What? I thought I was always what you say. Really need some new faces to manage. This will be the year that decides everything, right?
Yeah.
You're back to you're back in your own division. You're back in the East. Let's see what happens this year.
Yeah. And like we were saying, if he doesn't do well, don't offer him next year. I mean, it sucks losing him for nothing, but a lot of people, I'm going to assume Carolina does well again this year. And first round pick's a late first. Yeah.
So essentially, depending on how deep the first round is, you could be getting a high end second round guy.
Yeah.
Right.
It is a deep draft too. I mean, you're going to have to take, if you don't have KK and you roll with Suzuki, Paling, Evans, Paquette, I know the wingers have gotten a lot better, but it might be a little bit of a learning year. If you're that thin down the middle, it's going to be a little tough.
Yeah, it's going to be a learning year regardless with such young centers, right? I mean, like you guys touched on it too. Jakey's the old guy, so you're going to have to rely a lot on your veteran wingers here to put up points as expected, but it's going to be an interesting season. I'm just going to leave it at that, and then once we get into the season preview and whatnot, I'll give my piece there.
And that's the thing. I'm not sure if the chat's the same kind of thing as me. It's like the season hasn't started yet, and I'm like exhausted from this week with the KK stuff and all the armchair GMs. I was acting like the first, as soon as it came out, I was like, they match it 100%. And then I started thinking, I was like, oh, I might be eating my words on that one. But hey, it happens.
You got to think if they were matching it, it's done already. They're shopping those picks to see what they can get.
And that's why I don't mind it taking so long, because you got to think Berge
he's calling everybody.
He's called everybody. I think he's turned over every leaf he can to see what he can get with those picks or with what he has. You say Austin Matthews.
Yeah, I did.
But and one thing too is I'm at the point too where Berge, what he did last season, like the team he put together, you essentially just got to trust him at some point, because as fans, we have zero say in the matter. And that's that. Oh, somebody's reading something.
Yeah, I'm trying to read, or Cole's note what's going on here, but
beyond that, there's some more news too. They're saying Pricey's going to be ready for the season, which is fantastic.
Yeah, which is good, right? So, well, I mean, we got I think like 2-3 weeks till camp's open, so
yeah,
still got a little bit of an off season here where we can touch on some other things. I know me and you both watched that docu-series on the Danbury Trashers yesterday.
Yes. Has anybody watched that Untold Crime and Penalties on Netflix? If you haven't, check it out.
Unreal.
It's insanity.
I love it. The fact I listened to that one podcast about a year ago about it, and I totally forgot that Rupp was there. You see that goal though? Oof.
Oh, that was sick.
Yeah, it's so nice.
For those that don't know, this show is it's wait, no, who was our backup? I'm drawing a blank. What are we talking like this year?
Huh?
Sorry, I was reading chat. But anyway, so the show Untold Untold Crime and Penalties. Essentially, a crime family buys a minor league pro team in the States and treats it like WWE and hockey combined.
Yeah.
And then the FBI ruins it.
It was awesome. And the thing is, like, yeah, they the big story of the 17-year-old kid, but I want what happened like on the road trips. Like, what if these guys were maniacs on the ice? Like, what was it like when you didn't see them? That had to be an absolute like party, right?
Oh, well, can you imagine being the opposing team going into that barn?
Oglethorpe?
Like,
right?
like you would be hey, Barb. You'd be scared shitless. I wouldn't want to. It's like the Letterkenny where they have the flu.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'd be like, I'm hurt, coach. I don't want to go in there. Like every time the puck drops, it's just 5 guys getting their shit kicked out of them.
Gets handed a phone on the bench, pointed up. Hey, you're gonna go out there. Just drop the gloves and go.
But hey, it's incredible. You got to watch it.
I sent you that podcast though, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. If you get a chance to listen to that one, that's exactly what that podcast is made for. It's awesome. It's 5 for Fighting. If you guys want to listen to the GM's on there, AJ Galante, he did the whole awesome listen. Yeah, no, that was good. Even have you watched The Malice at the Palace yet?
No, I haven't watched that one. You've recommended that one to me.
Yeah, that one's good. When our test goes into the stands and fights all those people. Mayhem.
Oh, so this comment too. How about the Oats getting kicked out of the arena?
I'm not surprised. Is anybody else really?
It's a matter of time they get moved.
They don't want to move the team, I don't think. I mean, I don't want to, shit on Quebec fans here or anything, but the team's going to go to Houston. If anything,
Houston,
it'll be Houston.
Why Houston?
I think some guy there, like big oil guy or whatever, wants a team. They have a rink. You have too many teams in the East. I'm sorry, you can't. With geographically, who are you going to move? You move Detroit back to the West.
Yeah,
you put them in Houston. It essentially puts them with Dallas, Chicago, Nashville, Winnipeg, St. Louis, right in the Central, where Arizona is being moved to now. It makes sense. You're not going to throw another team in the East, and you're going to have 9-1. It'll just screw everything up.
Well, the West has the 2 new additions. That's why everybody's thinking they got to go East.
Who you moving to the West then?
You'd have to go whoever's close. Is Detroit the closest to the West?
Toronto?
No, you got to keep Toronto here because you got Ottawa, Montreal, Boston. You got to keep those in-conference rivalries.
Detroit's right underneath, though.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It's so weird how they played in the West for so long.
And dominated.
Could they have schedule conflict? I don't think so, Jacob, just because a lot of the teams are playing out of the NBA arenas as it is.
Staples Center has
it's like 4 or 5 teams.
Clippers, Lakers, Kings, all going, right? Like they that staff in that arena is gotta be like even the New York one with the Knicks and the Rangers. Like these guys flip over Florida ice probably. I don't even know how much. Like that's crazy.
Either they pull it out or they're just putting that sports floor down, and it's a ton of work. It's actually impressive to watch some of those ice crews do what they do for the big shows, like MSG.
The Garden.
MSG is a big one, yeah.
The Garden.
But also, we told fans. I know a lot of people come onto the channel because it's Habs tonight, and that's what we are. We do cover a lot of Montreal, obviously, but like Crushin Cans are a little getaway to talk everything and anything. That's why
we go all over.
Yeah. And we know NFL's coming up soon. You had your draft. I haven't had my draft yet.
I did one draft. I got my other one coming up Monday. Monday's the one with the work boys. So,
and we had big news there where Cam Newton gets the boot. Mac Jones. We argued about a week ago.
I told you.
I was like, Cam Newton's got 4 weeks.
No,
nope.
No. Mac Jones. Cam's going.
I guess he's supposed to be a stud.
Cam's going to Dallas.
Think so?
Yeah, he's going to go hang out in Jerry World for the season. See what happens there. Back up to Dak.
To be fair. So who'd you get for, like, who was your top 3 picks in your draft?
I took Kyler. Ooh, I had first overall pick, so I got McCaffrey.
If he stays healthy.
Hey, don't be shitting on my boy. Who did I take? McCaffrey, Jefferson, and I can't remember who I took third. I think I took AJ Brown here.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a pretty decent team. I got a nice Justin. I got a nice grade. I got a nice little write up. So I got absolutely screwed last year in NFL fantasy, so I'm coming back. Questionable. We still got a week. We're good.
Just quickly, I saw Claire's comment asked about Drew Deeks. Drew came back today, actually. He unplugged for a bit. I know some people don't think doing one of these channels is much work, but when it was that season we had where it was like a game every night or two, like it was just crazy. And then Deeks asked for a few weeks off here in the summertime to just unplug, rewind here and reset. So he just came back today. He's been
flying
pumping out
from
some
the
clips
rafters like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, pumping out clips.
It was impressive.
Yeah. So Deeks is back now. He's gonna be back tomorrow with Flashback Friday with the Nick. Just wanted to cover that up because I saw the question there from Claire.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to start kind of filtering back in here as we go, depending on the schedules and whatnot. So
it's tough, man. Like it's especially in the summertime because we have this show where we kind of talk about whatever sport, but like when it's just like a Habs tonight name and brand, it's tough to find the content in the summer where it was kind of dead there after a bit. So we kind of laid low. We did the big interviews, but
it's those dog days of summer, right? Where things kind of drag out. I mean, CFL started up again, so yes. that's been fun. Big weekend. Bombers doing 3-1. We got the big Labor Day Classic on Sunday against the Riders, so that's always a tough game for the boys there.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, I've been paying more attention to CFL.
I think we got Alouettes and Red Blacks tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah. And then Saturday. What's Saturday? I don't know. Anyway, all I know was I don't think there is anything Saturday, and then doubleheader Monday. I know the Argos and Hamilton are going at it, and then I think maybe Edmonton, Calgary. I think so. See how that goes. It'll be a good weekend. A lot of that. And then when's your draft for the for NFL?
Knowing the crew I'm doing it with, it would not surprise me if it's Wednesday? Or Thursday.
right before kickoff.
Yeah, everybody's trying to submit their picks, but it's gonna be interesting. So anybody in the chat, if you guys have any like sleeper picks for the NFL, drop them in the chat so I can grab them. But essentially, like, and then the other thing too is like you got the NFL starting and fantasy football, which is massive, and then we have fantasy hockey starting as well, where we'll be covering a lot of fantasy hockey.
I think we're gonna try and are we gonna get one going for the channel here?
Yeah, for sure. I think we're gonna try to do like a live draft, the whole Habs tonight team, and draft our teams. That way, chat can chirp us for terrible picks or compliment us, even though it's very rare.
Oh, Ian would be a Bears fan.
Duh, Bears. But no, fantasy hockey will be fun because, like I was saying, the Habs tonight team, we obviously cover the Habs, but like on Crushin Cans, we get to go wherever we kind of want. So fantasy hockey will be tons of fun. Oh, what's that one there? A van full of weirdos.
Huh. Yeah. Look at these guys.
That's amazing.
I know. I just love this can. Kenzie got this from Toronto for me. So if you're in that area, they're from Sarnia. So cheers to you guys. I only had the one torque laying around today. Sorry.
We should get somebody to go cover Habs White versus Reds game. Who do we got? Steffi and Shane?
Steffi and Shano. I think no, and Nick would be close. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm in New Brunswick on baby watch, so I'm out. But I think that'd be cool. We should send Steffi and Shane there. I think it said like tickets are $10, but there's only 7,500 fans.
75,000.
7,500.
Never mind.
Oh, Jesus! I went.
Wow.
Sorry. Would you rather Hurdle or Monahan? So Derrick's actually really familiar with San Jose. So I asked him.
I'm a Hurdle
today,
guy all day.
Yeah,
Hurdle guy all day. Monahan's he's a milk jug guy for half the season, in my opinion. But yeah, see, there you go, Brando, right there, bud, right there.
Like a month ago. I don't know how I missed that. But like, so Hurdle.
You got the baby braid.
Mid-20s, makes what, 5 something for another year?
He's had a few injuries. 5.6.
Yeah, but I mean the guy's good.
Had a few injuries. The one knee, right? Number 2 guy out in San Jose, plays wing 2, power play with Meyer there. I think the whole Evander Kane rubbed him. The whole thing there rubbed him the wrong way. So I don't know if. But I mean, if you're the Sharks and you're going to be shit this year, like we know they're going to be, and you'll hear a lot of bitching throughout the season from me, but hey, that's what it is. I don't know. Are they really going to let him go?
Well, I think he said today, he essentially was like, I'll start the season and see how it goes if they ask him if he was going to sign again.
That's the thing, though. If you come to a team like Montreal, are you really going to get all the opportunity that you would get in San Jose being, the shit team where you're going to play every power play? You're going to get on the penalty kill probably. You're going to get first line minutes for sure. Where you come here and you're going to, like with all the wingers, centers, you might get lost in the fray, and then come contract time, you're not getting what you want.
That's true. Because if his contract is up after next year, he wants a spot where he can.
You want to get paid.
Yeah.
I mean that's like anybody, right?
But what would a Hurdle cost? I'm curious what chat thinks too. If you're Montreal and you go, we want Hurdle, we're gonna let KK walk. What's your offer to San Jose? Derek, you pay attention. What do you think he's worth?
They're asking for a first. Because really, without him, with him gone,
you have Couture. That's it down the middle.
Yeah. Oh, there's Neeps. Yeah, there he is. There's my goalie.
Hey, rebound to the shout out. Yeah, Chris with a big shout out for the championship.
For the dub.
So we have some people saying here they'd okay.
First is see, that's the thing now. You give all that up? Who's to say he stays?
That's true.
Right?
That's a good point. Don't touch without an extension.
This is a guy that's coming from San Jose where you can play hockey and you can go out, you can do whatever you want. You come to the fishbowl and every single person there is going to critique every single thing you do if you've given up that much for you. You're going to get ripped. And you know what? Coming from Sharkland there, he's going to go, hey, like, I'm out. Peace.
And the weather's pretty good in San Jose.
Yeah, it's not bad. I heard it's okay.
And then I also want to ask the chat too, because I love how everybody's interacting with us here. It's let's say a Dvorak then. What's the ask the Yotes are asking for? Because they want futures. So you got to think it's a first and something else. So I'm curious what some people are thinking. The team, for the people that are not Team KK, what is your target and what are you giving up? Just so I can kind of see what you guys are thinking here, because like there's a lot out there. And then that's why I'm thinking sometimes it's just better off just staying where you are and betting on your guy, but it's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you do you not trust in what you have in the system? or because you made the cup, you have to go. You're trying to go all in again. Is that like? I mean, I'm just gonna call it down the middle here. Does everyone kind of have the blinders on because you went to a cup final? That look where you're at this year. Look at the division where you're at.
It's a great point.
You're now back in. You're not with all Canadian teams. You're back with the heavies, the 2-time Cup champ, Florida, Toronto. These teams. I mean, yeah, Tampa lost their third line, but that top 6 is still there. That core defense is still there. They still have Vazzy. I mean, that team's not broken. They can very well throw people in. Everyone buys into a system. You have those kind of vets there. This is a team that could do it again.
They first, get it. Third, and a solid prospect. See, like I find this. I'm not. I'm not putting the comment down or anything. Like I feel like that's a high ask for a guy that's 25.
Wouldn't you?
Don't get me wrong. He's a good 2C, but
wouldn't you just pay the 6.1 for a younger guy?
That has potential, but like we said, that's the thing that's so hard. Carol, and I think you got to give credit to Carolina's owner, GM. Some people are saying the owner's the one that did it. The GM just kind of acted on it.
There's one comment. Yeah, Detroit's back in there. Chicago's gone back to the Central. Chicago's gonna be good. Yeah, I got Jets going in as number 1 in the Central though.
Jets are looking really good.
Yeah.
Ideal work Horvat they're not going to let go of Horvat. Vancouver's gotten a little bit better. I really do like what the Winnipeg Jets have done. It's so tough. Like there's so many different things out there.
I mean, what's up, buddy? Especially with that defense, short up. The story behind this stand picturing, so you replace the beers for soup. Yes! There you go. There it is. I knew we'd get it somehow.
And for those that are wondering how random that soup comment was, and Nick, can we pull that up quickly? Just Derrick's championship photo. Because the first thing I noticed was like, okay, there's Derrick. And then I was like, why does he have a can of soup?
There's Chris being selfish, not sharing the trophy with the entire team. It's all him, hey? I see how it is. Yeah, that's right, buddy. When it comes contract time, you're going to pay for that one.
And one thing, too, is like just going back to the center talk, league-wide, it is so hard to acquire a number 2 center. Like it's not just teams aren't giving them up, and that's why it's very tough to see what targets out there. And I think that's why Berge is taking so long, because I think he's literally thinking of any possible scenario if he doesn't keep KK, what he can get.
Eric Stahl.
Oh, please don't do that again. I don't want it. And that's one thing. I'll say this. If they replace KK with a guy, great. Let's not bring in another 30-plus-year-old center because Berge, that's what he wants to bring in. I'm tired of watching these old guys play over the young guys.
No, that's not happening. Colorado's not letting that guy go.
Maybe right before playoffs.
Hey, they got ousted. It happens, but that team's still young. Kadri is good. I don't care. Makes a mistake every now and then. Hey, everybody does. Big deal. But what he does during the season, what he brings to the room and everything, everybody loves that guy. Right? Ooh.
Got another torque coming in.
You gotta quit messing with your mic there. You're starting to anger me.
Sorry.
Just keep it in one spot, okay? You can't if you want, tape it up here. I don't care.
The mic police are out in full force. I was joking around too. I was gonna tape it to my hat and just have like this, but we do. Dale and I both have stands for them. It's just fun holding on to it, but people get so rattled.
It's a fucking mic.
I know.
Really? Like
mic stand. And that's the other thing too. Rocky Hockey brought it up. The Habs are still missing a puck moving D. Like everything's been focused on the KK center debacle.
Well, that's another thing, right? Like you bring in all these wingers, you're not gonna like. I mean, aside from the beautiful man, and depending what Romeo does, I mean, who really is gonna put up big points from the back end? You're gonna be a shutdown decor where you're gonna rely on your forwards. They go in slumps. It's gonna be painful.
Exactly. Great point. That's why you need the need that puck moving D,
right?
Because the forwards need help. Because like you said, the forwards aren't producing, and that's one thing too that was interesting. Dale, before we did the last show, like before we got going, he was saying one of his buddies over in Sweden was saying like Norlinder was sick, and then Suzuki came in before we went live, and he was saying it as well. He's like, the guy's good. So
it all depends on how it goes too, right? Like you see what they did with Romeo there, and they didn't play him in the big situations. When he did come in, he didn't look bad.
Mm-hmm.
KK plays all season. Come the big situations, he's up in the press box. So what is it, an off ice issue with these guys? Like, are you just outright don't trust them?
I think it's a don't trust because it's always the vets that are getting in.
What are you going to do? You're going to bring in 35-year-old guys to run you down the stretch again? Because it's an 82-game season here. Those guys will break.
Oh, 100%. And that's why I'm always team. Like, if we keep trading for draft picks and getting younger,
you're going to get the same result at the end of the season. You're not going to get the job done. And then it's going to be, fire this guy, fire that guy. You draft for a reason. You have a farm team for a reason to develop. You bring guys up from that farm team for a reason. Like, why keep bringing in guys, signing this guy, signing that guy when you don't fucking do anything? You end up going out in the first, second round. Like, then what?
And that's why I'm on team. Keep the young guys. Let them play.
If you can keep those 1-2 centers for a long time, like, man, there's your diamonds in the rough there. Yeah, if it takes 4 or 5 years down the road, look at Tampa. They believed in that same core for how many years? They lost to Chicago in 15. They didn't win till 2019.
That's what I mean. And as fans, you just got to realize it's going to be growing pains.
They're not in that Canadian bubble, though. The fans aren't pressuring, and the fans aren't going, do this, do that, do this, do that. Well, they win. And again, fall short. Now let's change everybody. Let's trade the fucking farm to make a run at it when, to be honest, you might not make the playoffs this year. Yeah. Then what?
It's a fair assessment.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's why I'm not selling the farm for these massive guys. I do believe in this next core that's coming up. Yeah. And it sucks too, because obviously everybody's a big Carey Price fan, or most of us were. I know there were some doubters this year. But it's essentially just go with your young guys. Drew in a C, I don't know if he can do it, but Gooley, I feel like you got to see how he does this year. I'm really curious how he does with the World Juniors. If he dominates again, and they're rumoring him to be captain this World Juniors as well, Caden Gooley. So I think you got to look at how he does this year, and then start him off in the A next year, maybe see how he's doing. I think there's going to be somebody covering this. When the news breaks, I think somebody on the team will be covering it, and we'll have guests on the show. Obviously, there's going to be very different sides. Like, it's very polarizing right now between the keep or let them walk fans. I know you wanted to point to Chris's comment there quick. Guy Lafleur.
He's not lying.
What?
We had a Guy Lafleur on the team.
Just not the Montreal Guy Lafleur.
This guy might have had better hands. I don't know. He did score some big goals for us.
Yeah.
President's Trophy, too, by the way, in the regular season. Not a big deal. I think that's good, right?
Yeah. But back to the Drew and C thing. They tried that. I know it was a couple years ago. I just don't see Drew as a C. I think he's better off as a winger where he doesn't have as much responsibility.
He did say that he's ready to go down the middle.
Yeah, but what player wouldn't, though? I mean,
me.
Yeah, but you want to play. Well, you're like me, just like, no, I'm good. It's too much work.
It's not too much work. It's just like you got to cover the D a little more.
You got to pay attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the guy over here. There he goes. Fuck.
But that to Randy's comment quickly, I think Berge is taking all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Saturday at 5:00 when they finally release it.
Is that when it is?
I think the deadline's Saturday at 5. If I'm not mistaken, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Saturday. And I don't mind it. Like I've said earlier in the show, I don't mind if they wait. Like check every possible scenario you can of keeping him, the extension maybe to lower the AAV down, or also letting him walk. Check every single scenario. That's the job Bergevin has right now as a GM. Is you have to make the team better no matter what, no emotion. And if that's keeping KK, great. And if that's sending him away, I hope they find a great replacement and we can all move on from this.
Yeah.
It's essentially what it comes down to. And as fans, we got to realize, I know we all debate on social media and the chat and stuff too. It's just very tough and we have no say in it. So it just sucks seeing some people get bent out of shape.
Yeah. I'm going to let it go.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but really though, like, come on. I don't like, again, I'm going to say it again. Take the blinders off. Sit back and look at it down the middle. Not one side, not the other. Look at it as in a whole and where your team is. The last 2 years, non-COVID seasons, you're not making the playoffs. You're not trading for all these guys. There's no panic here, panic there. You know what I mean? Just take a break here, breathe. It might, like we've said all through the playoffs, enjoy the run because it might be one step back to take two forward. Because once, if they go on a 5-6 game losing streak, everyone's going to lose it. It's going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now. But you got to roll with it, right? This is the team that the vets are brought in to really help the young guys come through those first 2-3 years in the league. That's going to pave the way down the road, which will make you a better team in the long run.
Yeah, it's a great point. Like there's nothing, and as fans, it's just being patient. It's just, I can understand some fans too, where it's like, how long do you have to be patient for? It just seems year after year, it's just unfortunate drafting or it's unfortunate developing. It's weird. Like sometimes they do a great job. Like they say Caulfield was great. I mean, they didn't really develop him. They just left him in college where he dominated. It's very tough because you see the young guys that are doing so well, like Suzuki, you didn't draft him. And then essentially the year you got him is when he ended up playing. Or sorry, he went to the World Juniors and dominating in the OHL. It's just, it's a very, very tough scenario. And I think, like you said, it's look at your division, be realistic. I mean, Toronto's going to be a good team. Tampa's going to be great. Florida's going to be good. You got Ottawa, who's going to be a sneaky good team too. That's going to outwork almost everybody.
Boston's got cap room. And Boston's going to get Rask for cheap halfway through the season. I don't know how Allmark, fares, but I guess if they think that's the guy and they see something there, then I mean that team, I don't know how they do it. Like that's a great franchise. How they are competitive year after year. It's next man up there, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't compare them to Detroit's like 25-year run or whatever it is, but like Boston is up there right now. We're just consecutively just being good. And then you got Taylor Hall re-signing there as well. I don't know what they're going to be doing for a 2C. I'm not sure if it's Charlie Coyle they're expecting to move up.
I think so. They're looking to move DeBrusk too.
Yeah.
I like DeBrusk. I think there's rumors of him going to Edmonton.
Oh, really?
Well, he's going home then, right? So
yeah.
How about Edmonton bringing back the oil rig?
Yeah, that was cool. James pointed that out to us.
Yeah,
Alex Burrows is assistant coach, lefty all around.
Right? So, and I think, isn't DeBrusk dad with CBC out west too?
I don't know if CBC or Sportsnet, but he does do
He does the oil games, I believe.
the color, not play by play, but color.
Yeah, no, he's good too. I like him. He knows what's up.
So, and just going back quickly, it's just as Habs fans, it's just patience, honestly, and it sucks too because obviously we're all Carey Price fans, or most of the fan base is. It's just patience because
how are you not?
I know I don't understand, but there's some people that aren't Carey Price fans. Yes, you are allowed in, even if you're drinking a rum, Alex. That is wicked.
Private stock.
But I've always said it too, and other people have mentioned it. It's the next group is what I think Berge is focusing on. That's even if he stays or goes, because he said he might just do this last year, whatever it is. But it's like the next group is the main focus. The Suzuki, I'll put KK in brackets for now. Romy, Caulfield, Norlander, Harris, Struble, Primo. Like there's a lot of young guys coming. It's just the patience sucks.
Well, no. But you know what I mean? You have to go through this. And then when they do make the jump, it's not going to be, jumping from one and then just dominating. You got to find your way in the league, which is going to take maybe half a season. And then depending how that first half of the season goes, then you know what I mean? So it's a learning curve for sure. But I mean, Laval looked good last year. So these guys all have chemistry. So maybe when they bring, guys up that have played together for a bit and they've played for Ducharme, maybe they catch fire. You never know.
Yeah. And there's 2 points I want to bring up. This is one of them. Thank you, Nick. This is one guy I was really high on that a couple years ago, especially when he played World Juniors. I'm really going to pay attention to him this season, Josh Brook in Laval, because I do think he still has the capabilities to do well. And another one is I'm not sure if he's going to stick on the main club. It all depends what happens at sea, but is Paling this year, because he had a fantastic year last year in Laval with a bum wrist. Got the surgery, said on the show he's feeling better. It was a great conversation with him. If you haven't seen that one, check out the Ryan Paling interview, especially the mental side of hockey, not just the hockey playing. But the Paling interview is great, and I'm curious how he's going to do this year. I really want to see Ryan Paling make that jump and play well.
You got to have him penciled in on the roster right now, no? Like I
don't know. He's got that 2-way contract.
I think
if they need to save money,
then you put Marty Perreault on waivers.
That's true. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I know. I said Marty. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Matthew Perreault.
Yeah, Marty.
Jordan Harris, he's going back one more year, I think, NCAA, just to finish his degree. But he's going to be another sneaky good guy.
But then again, that could be a guy, he has a great college season. They end, he comes up.
Yeah, also true.
You know what I mean? So
it seems like that Farrell that Caulfield said was a steal on draft day. He's another guy. He was the best player in United States junior hockey this year. He's going to be going to college. So, and that's what we're saying is, yes, they went to the Cup final, like Derrick was saying, but you're going to have to take a step or two back to move forward here in the next few years. And it's just unfortunate.
Look at Dallas.
Yeah.
Right? Cup final. Missed playoffs. Yes, injuries, but they come back healthy this year. That's going to be a good team.
Yeah. They got the studs on D. That young Ottinger's, I think he's going to be the starter within the next year or two.
They have 37 goalies. Yep.
I know. They got Holtby, Bishop, Hudobin, Ottinger.
They're playing fantasy hockey, and all the rest of the league isn't doing anything.
Just dressing different goalies, just switching every night to get the points.
I think Ottinger's your outright starter by the end of the season, because if it goes south there, you ride him. You have no choice. You let Holtby go, maybe pick up like a depth guy, and whatnot. So.
Yeah, it's like Dallas. I'm curious with Dallas too, because I saw Rupe Hintz in here. He had a rough year, like in and out.
I like him.
He's good.
I like him.
And that Dickinson's a stud too.
Man, like that's a good, sneaky good young team there.
Yeah.
Like you gotta think Central, Colorado, Jets, Jets, Colorado. I think Chicago makes a push.
I do too. I'm curious how Taze jumps back in.
Oh, Johnny will step back in like he missed. He hasn't missed a step. That guy's all pro.
Because I mean, like that's what hurt them last year was they let Kirby Doc go to World Juniors right before the NHL season.
That's a freak accident.
Breaks his wrist. Johnny T doesn't go. So you have 0 centers. And I mean, like they did all right. I know they didn't make playoffs, but like you said, like it's Taze and Kane's almost like redemption tour. You got Marc-Andre Fleury in net. DeBrinket's still there. Doc is going to be healthy.
They got a decent team. They got a lot of young guys coming up too, right? And then just having those guys around, like just practicing every day with those guys, you're gonna get better because they raise the bar.
But I honestly think the most improved though, if I had to say, was I really like what Winnipeg did.
Oh yeah, and you got to think Helly's gonna. I just don't know about the backup.
No, that's their one issue.
It's
like it's so similar to the Montreal Canadiens, where Carey Price was stellar and they had no backup for him, and then you finally get it's for Hellbuck. You finally get some good forwards. He's got a great decor now, but there's still no backup.
Is
so
Price on your Olympic team?
I would say yes, just because of how he plays when games matter. I know there's regular season Price and playoff Price, but Olympics, he was dynamite.
Look at the roster that's going to be in front of him. You're gonna what? You're gonna make. You're gonna have to make maybe 17 saves. Throw me in his back. All right, suit up. He's gonna have to make what? 17, maybe 20 saves a night with that team.
What's the U.S. team gonna look like?
Hellbuck's,
I feel like they're getting better.
Hellbuck's your starter there.
I know,
down. Right?
And I feel like the overall team's gonna be better than what they were. What was it back in 16? No, 2014. Sorry, because it was 2018 where it was in Korea. None of the guys went, but it seems like the NHL players are going this year. But I do think Carey Price is your starter. Who else is there? Is Flower there?
Bingo.
I'm not a massive Binghamton fan.
Who else are you gonna go with though? Flower. And
Carter Hart's not there unless he
gotta
dynamite this year.
They loaded up.
Suzuki for Canada, I think that's quite a possibility, depending how his season starts this year. A lot of people have him penciled in as 13th forward.
The kid's a stud, and he will be on that team down the road. But it's just you have to look at Canada's so deep. So you know what I mean? That's where the older guys are going to get in. You're going to get Crosby, Berge, McDavid. There's
down
3.
The middle, you got O'Reilly too.
4.
Who else? McKinnon,
winger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely go Sid down the middle, Berge down the middle for sure.
McJesus.
You can almost put Jesus on the wing because he doesn't take draws.
Draisaitl
takes all the draws.
Sid and Berge normally on the same line.
Yeah, Sid, Berge, and Marchand, isn't it? No, it's Sid, McKinnon, and Marchand.
Sid, Berge, and McKinnon.
Either way, it's disgustingly good.
Yeah.
Who's your guys' first line, chat? Let us know.
I think Berge, Sid, and then Marchand go second line. You almost have McJesus, McKinnon.
That's a lot of speed.
Man, just play with 2 forwards. And then Makar and who else on the back end? Oh, This team's gonna be this is gonna be a mutant.
Like if you think about their roster,
the only thing about this one though is Berge and Sid are together. Even with Marchand, they did the World Cup, everything. That's a set line right there.
Yeah.
And then McKinnon,
McDavid.
Send 2 teams. You could though. Did you hear that they said about the Japan team though?
No.
You need to bring in imports. Like because I guess they're trying just to play their own
team?
Just their own team.
Yeah.
And the IHF said no, you need to bring in imports.
Yeah, so it won't be good.
Because otherwise, and then I think they said something like, if you don't, you will get beat like horrifically. I think
they're going through like family records, like his like aunt's third cousin, twice removed uncle was from Japan, so you
spent 2 weeks here. Yeah, you're eligible. That's fine. You can play. Like, I think I'm gonna put it. We should put in applications. Might as well. I mean, at this point. Crushin Cans does Olympics. Okay, boys, we ain't gonna win, but at least we're
gonna have the most fun.
Yeah, maybe we get a Sapporo sponsor on the way too.
I like Slinky's comment here too. Is what's Team USA first line? Patty Kane, Matthews. I'm trying to think. Patty Kane, Matthews.
Is Kaner a first liner now, though?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
He hasn't had anybody to play with. Phil Kessel.
Phil gets on that team 100%. Phil wants on the team.
Cans line.
I don't think 2/3 of that line would make opening day, tell you the truth. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no. Hey, thoughts go out to Dale too. He got injured. Good word, Derrick. Don't give me that look. He got injured today, so hopefully everything goes okay for him out there. Quick, speedy recovery there, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. Dale did go down today in the exhibition game against Malmo. It's unfortunate. Hopefully he bounces back here.
Can we talk about what happened last game?
Yeah, for the fans that don't know.
I guess if you drop the gloves in that league, it's an automatic 3-game suspension.
Yeah.
So if you get in a fight, you have to keep your gloves on, I guess. I guess someone two-handed Dale at the end of the game. Flipped a switch.
And gloves.
Yeah, the old, in the dressing room when you have issues with your teammates, you cage rage. Well, this guy did not have a cage on, and I'm pretty sure he might be missing teeth and requiring stitches. You saw the picture. He looked mad. You guys, I don't know. Whenever you guys are doing the next interview, you guys can you can get him to fire that up for you.
I should.
We
just need Caulfield to come on.
I just got something sent from Kenzie here. This is probably not true, but just because of the fine amount, Vancouver has been fined $45,000 for allegedly sneaking in 2 strippers. Oh, that's from 2020. That's so old. Never mind. Boo. She's
Kenzie. We can't pull up the pic. I don't have it loaded. I'll see if I can do it. When we do the next show, Dale, I'll get the photo to a Nick and we'll pull it up. It's a shitty picture because I screenshotted it from a Swedish article that I did not understand, but it's just funny. Do you guys think Caulfield will be? I don't know if he'll be there this year. I really don't. Because I'm worried if Caulfield has that, what is it? The sophomore slump? That's the right word. It just didn't sound good when I first started thinking of it.
It's not a sophomore slump when he's in his rookie season.
That's true. I'm an idiot.
You are on fire today.
Mea culpa.
You're a
whatever that word is.
You're a -2.
Yeah. Sorry about that, chat. I'm not that dumb, I promise.
You got the baby brain right now. You don't know what's going on. And that's fine. You just kind of.
Oh, there's a photo of it.
He looks so bad. That guy just ate shit right there.
And getting a punch with a glove on is almost worse too, because like the fabric fucking rubs.
Well,
and-
no, and then Dale's got these things like right here, right? So it's kind of like if you take a shot here, there's like a plate there, right? So you don't break your hand. So that's like, you know what I'm saying? That guy's eating shit.
When we had our pre-show meeting, I did not expect Olympics to come up.
It wasn't in the morning briefing either.
It wasn't. But hey, that's what happens when we get together, have a few cans.
As long as he brings home the Swedish berries, we're all right.
That's for sure. I want him to go to Spengler. I think a Weiss Team Canada Spengler shirt would be sick.
I'd want a jersey. Those Oscar Sham ones are like really nice too.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's right, Ian. Dale's putting on the foil.
So I think
we need to get Danbury Trasher jerseys.
Dude, we need to get some of those guys that were on the team on for an interview. Like that Wingfield guy.
Shoot your shot, baby. Let's get the GM.
AJ, the kid?
Goal for the season. We're getting the GM on cans.
We're going to get a Danbury Trasher on here.
Mike Rupp.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Did you hear what he said at the end, though? He's like, yeah, some guys have come up to me. I remember you in Danbury. Dude, like, I won a cup in Jersey. No, that's not right. Danbury.
Yeah, get the equipment manager. He was. Do you hear some of those? I don't want to ruin it for fans, too, so just go watch it. But
you know what, though?
That guy was insane. What he did to the opposing teams?
Let's talk about this, okay? Have you never been into a junior rink where all of a sudden your room gets cranked up to 100?
Yeah, it sucks.
And the heat's on in like fall, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, come on. Everybody does it.
Showers are either 100 degrees or 0.
Yeah, you're sitting there like this, just right. You're just getting like a water bottle for like shampoo, and you just go, yeah, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? It happens all over more than you think about. But the fact that this was in like, I guess, a semi-pro league, it doesn't look good.
No.
What did he do with the sticks again? Was he cutting sticks?
No, but I feel like he was doing like he'd give him like 4 towels, and they're like towels.
Yeah.
But go watch it. Untold Crime and Penalties on Netflix. We promise you will not regret it. The show is insanity.
Well, Rangers and Washington dropped the glove start of the game 1.
Ooh, Wilson Revo will be going. That's for sure.
They only play 3 times this year.
Do they? What's the soonest?
Is that weird?
They should have made that opening night.
Divisional?
If you're the NHL scheduler, you have to make that opening night.
Like divisional teams, and you only play 3 times. Is that coincidence?
I thought it was always 4, like 2 and 2. And then you play out of conference twice, home and away.
I mean, I'm not a stats guy.
Anybody a schedule guy that knows the answer to this? I feel like division is 4 or 6.
Nova Scotia. I thought it was 6 always, but Dave Nova Scotia, Yellowstone. Yeah, that's right. November, season 4.
Fantastic show.
Mm-hmm.
Still pissed about letting Perry go. I am as well, but the guy took 2 years instead of 1, essentially. I really like Perry. I'm gonna miss Perry. I'm happy that as a Habs fan, got to watch him play in the jersey. How do you not like Perry?
Yeah, but I mean, the he's going for a cup. He wants to win one more before he's done. And I mean, given his career and what he's done, you can't blame the guy for doing what he wants to do. He's earned every right to do this.
Yeah, 1,000% agree.
He came. It's not like, he came here and just was here for the ride. He produced, did everything for the team that you'd want. That guy he's a warrior, Hall of Famer.
I love Ian's comment.
I'd sign Ian for five years.
I think Ian should be the crowd hype guy. Give him unlimited beer and just let Ian go to the Bell Center.
Nobody wins 3 in a row. Depends if it's a long weekend, buddy. You can win 3 in a row.
Nice metaphor.
Ian gets it.
For those like I see our number just creeped up. Pat
there it
Moon
is.
did. That is very true. Nick, great call.
Suck it, Ian.
I was just quickly going to point out too, for the ones that weren't here when we started the show, Flashback Friday's back tomorrow night with a Nick and Deeks covering the Rangers game from 2008. Also, Dale and I we're still working on Caulfield. Also working on one of the players from the Team Canada women's team. See if we can get one of them to jump on for a show. Talk about women's hockey, winning gold, beating the U.S., stuff like that. I'm going to put a line out, maybe see if we can get Jake Allen on. He's from the same city as me, so I might be able to get him. And obviously, everybody just comment who you guys think we should get on for the show. Obviously, with the season coming back in 2 or 3 weeks here, we're going to be going full bore with the pre-games, post-games, any stuff we can. We can try to get MPP. I know another girl that's on the team, not MVP, but I might be able to ask her to get her. So we'll try. I know it's not a Habs player, but we think getting a Team Canada women's player would be awesome just for the exposure and letting people know, besides winning the gold, but also women's hockey, what's wrong with it, where it's broken, where it needs to be fixed, and their playing opportunities and stuff.
Whew, that's a stretch.
Yeah, Turnbull's from Nova Scotia. You're right.
That's a stretch. You got to...
Saku Koivu. That'd be insane.
Woo. We need Richard Zednik on to talk about that incident. That guy was a clutch player.
I saw one comment, get Brizgalov.
Mm-hmm. I'll do a one-on-one with him about space. Trust me, we'll get there.
It's just game. Other than that, though, obviously subscribe to our channel because
merch too. We got some back to school stuff that just came out.
Yeah. Obviously, I got the shirt on, got a Cans hat. Tons of stuff out there, but yes, we are trying to line up some great interviews here before camp gets going. And I think now that the channel
would be badass.
Ilya Kovalchuk would be sick. Him and Dale are pretty friendly on Instagram, so that might be a possibility.
They're good buddies, yeah.
Scott Gomez. What else I was going to say too is the channel too, by doing these shows with Suzuki, Evans, Paling, Galley, we've had Nate Thompson on, a bunch of the ex-players and current players. I think they're enjoying being on too. So I think where we went from not interviewing them during the year, I think now we're almost getting to the territory where we can steal them for like 30 minutes on a Sunday or something. And I don't think they're going to have that much of an issue jumping on. So Hal Gill would be hilarious. David Savard. Yes, we might have to get a Nick to do that one, or Shane, just for the French. That'd be cool. Phil Deneau as well. I know Dale's going to try to get him. So either a Nick or Shane for that one would be great too. For the French fans and the French questions. I'd cry little man tears if we got Saku. I think everybody would love that. Josh Georges again. Yeah, I'm sure he'd come on again sometime. Petrie. Derek and I got to do Petrie. Beautiful man.
I would be starstruck. I'd just be like this the whole time. And then it'd just get weird.
Walk the line, Jeff. Walk the line. I'm sorry. Just get him to walk backwards in his basement.
Yeah.
But no, so there's tons of stuff coming. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And
yeah, I think I think we can. I know Dale's got some bomber buddies. It might be a bit of a stretch, but
we'll get if KK matches or stays with the Habs, we'll get him on the show.
I think regardless we should, because then
Steve Shaw would be cool. Anderson. I asked Dale about Anderson. He's thinking Dale doesn't know Anderson, but I think he's going to try to extend out to try to grab him.
I mean, the possibilities are endless, but I mean, a lot during the season. You know, I mean, these guys, they have their routines. You don't want to mess with it.
No.
Their day to day, if they're going in to get treatment and whatnot, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, but I really think we should push to get that GM from the Trashers. The Trashers. That would be unreal. Yeah. Okay. For our buddy Chris here, I got a picture for him just because he. There it is.
Is that Tuesday?
That was Tuesday. Yeah. The Moose.
Get Big Pipes Mark Bergevin on. But I think that's about it for tonight, though, eh?
Yeah.
Cans is back.
What do you got for the weekend?
I got actually baby watch, but besides that, there's I do like watching racing. There's a big race going on at a track right outside of my town here, so I'll probably go to that Sunday. Other than that, it's just laying low with the wife and being ready for the baby. So that's all I got. What about you?
Nice. Heading west for the weekend.
You gotta go to the farm, get P.
Yeah, gotta go pick up P. They got a golf course out there.
Nice.
So I think me and the boy are gonna try and get maybe 27 in time permitting. But other than that, I think might slip out to Regina too. Go hit up a brewery out there. And whatnot. I don't know. We'll see.
Awesome. So sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't even know when we're coming back.
I think we're going to be a lot more.
You want to do? I got my draft next Monday.
Thursday's opening night football.
Maybe we go early before the game. Talk about the fantasy draft
could go before the game.
Maybe do. Well, it's Bucks and boys too. I mean,
yeah,
banner raising.
Maybe we'll do a pre football can stream.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. Does anyone know? Is it in Jerry World or is it in Champa Bay? Sorry if that still stings.
Champa Bay.
Sorry, I know. Sorry.
Yeah, it's in Tampa.
Thank you.
Yes,
10K was huge. That was big for us.
And like we said, always reach out to us. Social medias. Everybody's usually pretty interactful on there. We love the support, all the feedback, all the comments, the criticism. I know some people get fired up, and that's in your right too.
That's Jacob knows what's going on.
Exactly.
Ian knows what's up. Cans are getting going. Full 82 game season. If there was Wi-Fi in a decent rink, I'd go tailgating I'm not against it. Wasps are crazy here. Otherwise, I'd be outside.
All right. So everybody, appreciate the support. Like we've said, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned because I'm not sure what Dale and I are planning, or Dale and the team, depending on whatever's happening. So just keep an eye out. We'll try to keep giving those awesome interviews to you. And everybody have a great long weekend. If we don't see you, stay happy, stay healthy, and have fun. Derrick, any last words?
Yeah, cheers, everybody. Get ready for a big season. We had a great first season, second season coming up. Hope you're all along for the ride. And, hopefully we get more as we go. And this is going to get interesting. Let's go.
All right. See you.